take it away. Okay. Sit in a way that works for your body. Perhaps you're elevated. Maybe your legs are straight and your back's on the wall. Maybe you're sitting in a chair or a blanket underneath. All those things are valid. It's all fine. We want to sit in a way that brings peace to us. So just have a moment of that process. Maybe if you like to warm up your hips a little bit or just check in with them one leg at a time. Just gradually make your way into a place where you can come to the center physically, that central line of the body, the spine. Where does your awareness go first? Does it go to your skull or your tail? The middle of your back? Just trace up and down the spine with awareness, including skull and tailbone. That rising feeling of inhalation, that inward, downward feeling of exhalation. Let the body and breath merge together like two rivers coming together at a confluence, so that your attention flows. Be patient with yourself. A little toning in the low belly to support your spine, or your shoulders relaxing. Right hands wherever they feel good, whatever makes you feel centered and supported here. Eyes very soft or closed. And check in with yourself for a moment. Just try to practice today from a place of contentment. Santosha is the Sanskrit word. Contentment with the way things are. Just doing our best, taking care of ourselves. So that includes lots of other things. The ahimsa, which is the non-harming. And sit up tall, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Creating sound of the breath, move it through your nose. Again, nose inhale. Go ahead and exaggerate it, really fill up. Release. Trying to touch on freedom and joy and bliss. This deep breath and then exhale, Om or humming. Om. Or one more soft breath. Release your hands to your legs. If they're not there already, take your chin down towards your chest. And then lift your chin, keep your neck long, your shoulders relaxed. Look down, learn to look downward as you go up and back. So you stay towards your nose. Again, drop your chin towards your chest, relax your shoulders down. And lift once again, just try to create a little stretch. Maybe you'll feel a little tightness across the bottom of the chin, nose gaze. And float the back of your skull up to find that nice long spine. And then pick up your bow, not the violin kind, but a peaceful engagement of your arms as you stretch them away from each other, adding a twist to look back. With a strong core and a relaxed, long belly, breathe 5 times. Gently squeeze your hands. So remember today to focus on not creating too much effort. This poses a kind of special effort, creating tension for one more breath, but not too much. And then let all the tension go as you come back to center. Go completely soft through the upper body. Breathe in a little navel in. Sit up tall, take up your bow on the other side, nice to balance things out. Close your hands into fists. Reach one back and pull the other one in towards the shoulder and turn your eyes to the side. Ground your feet into the earth. 3, 4, not overdoing. One more time, just the right effort. And then exhale, let all effort and tension dissolve. Bring your hands behind you with your fingers forward. Bend your elbows, hugging them inward. So this is an important position with the arms. We practice it in front, overhead, and behind us. Release out your legs straight out in front of you in a nice, easy way. Just move your ankles side to side. Spread your toes. Circle around. Do whatever feels good with your feet and ankles for a moment. And just keep your heart gently lifted. Point your toes. Be still. Draw back your toes. Be still. And then lie down. Since you're halfway there, go ahead down to your back. If you need to move any props, just bridge up. You can take away your blanket. Come to bridge pose. Feel your back rest on the earth. Feel your feet and your hands rest on the earth, your brain. Breathe with your rib cage 5 times. Grounding your sacrum. Grounding your skull. So we learn to have a long neck with practice so that that central line of energy is free flowing. Try to create a smooth, even rhythm of breathing. And that's how we know we're practicing in the right place with the poses. We can breathe well. Coming up for 5 breaths. Bridge up, lift up your hips 80%. Now go as far as you can with comfort and peace. Breathe 5 times. You could take your own arm variation as you like. Just trying to find that uplift. Press the pelvis forward. One more breath. Press your feet, lift up. Slowly come down. Put the brakes on the exhale and the body as you release down your spine. When you're completely back to your sacrum, bring your knees in. Curl yourself in like a little turtle. And then think about this when we're in child's pose, that little turtle sense where we're rounding our spine into our primary curves. Relax back your head, press your ankles, and rocking up to seated so you can bring your knees towards you. Shoot them away while you hold on and rock up. Transitioning back with your legs, bring your hands in front of your knees carefully. Work yourself back to downward facing dog pose. Pick up and set each hand. Remember not to overdo with your thumbs. Sometimes moving between things, you will use your thumbs, but here they can relax open. Feet comfortably wide. Just have a free downward dog moment. Bliss-filled Ananda. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bliss-filled dog. What is yours? Is it puppy down on the knees? Is it 3-leg dog? Take 6 more breaths. Again, the spine is the focus. Breathe there. Finishing up any 2-sided work, make your way to center. Be still and find that softening of your effort, not too much, just the right amount of press. And then transitioning to standing, bend your knees and walk yourself forward. When you need to, pick up your hands and continue that journey. Remember to use your body with mindfulness. Top section of your mat, feet hip distance apart. Tadasana, Organize yourself. Exterior organization first, even feet, firm legs, a little awareness and tone into the low belly and pelvic floor. Feel centered and grounded in your lower chakras. Big breath in rib cage, shoulders float. And then reaching up to the sky with an inhalation. Lift your whole rib cage, not just the front. Time to bend your elbows. Gaze up. When exhale, energy comes, slowly fold forward. So sun is not me. Surya Namaskar. Halfway lift as if you're coming up. Don't overdo this one. Keep your neck relaxed. Bend your knees and spread your hands. There's a little forwardness into the balls of the feet. Then the right leg, left leg, go back, plank pose. Knees down, untuck your feet. Inhale, press your hands and straighten your arms, bring your belly through. So you can adjust where your knees are to find that just right stretch of the belly, a little tail tuck. Breathe. Lift out your shoulders and gaze at your nose one more time. Don't overdo. Exhale, slowly go to tabletop. Tuck toes and go to puppy pose. Head down, hands spreading. You may reset your toe tuck if it's not comfortable, or you can let it go. You can be as light on your toes as you need to be here. You're in control. Exhalation. Inhale with a pulling energy, so the arms pull in, release your feet, tabletop and cow. Exhale, lead with your head, let your tail drop as well, cat. Lead with your head, come back to cow. Don't overdo, just long neck, heart forward. Press your feet gently and round. Breathe out, really draw up your belly in. And then keep your belly toned as you go out to cow spine. And release back, child's pose with the knees comfortably wide over to the right with both arms. Head down. Feeling just enough sensation to feel the origin of your arms in the back of your body. Connection from your longest fingertip, feel it. Feel that sensitive thing. Follow a line of sensation. Up your arm, across your shoulder, down your back. Exhale. Inhale, cow spine. Exhale, cat spine. Again, cow. And back into child's pose. So you don't tuck your toes, walk your arms out, relax down, and then have your breaths to do that meditation upon the non-separateness of your middle fingertip and that same side of your body down in your pelvis. It's like that webbing that grows underneath a log that's been left on the ground outside. Pick it up, you can see the networking of non-separateness. Exhale out. Return to center. Look back at your right leg. Just enjoying that side flexion. One more breath, gently side bending, looking back. Let go of your side bend slowly and over to the other way. Just find that sweet spot where you're lengthening your right side. Steady eyes. Steady breath. One more time. Non-striving today. Just be where you are. Downward dog gets us back on our feet. Take 5 breaths. If you'd like to reach back for your right ankle with your left hand for a breath or two. Only if it's fun. It brings you joy. Try the other side, 2 breaths. One last breath. Trying the bend in the knees version of coming forward. So your hips pull way back as you tuck in, look between your hands. That's where you're headed. And then lunge yourself by straightening your legs, coming forward and lengthening your spine. Fold forward slowly wherever your hands reach. Let your pelvis tip forward. Stand up with inhalation. Enjoy the process. And here we are back again in mountain pose, warm bodies. Connecting deeply to that rhythm of breath. Come to triangle pose. Let's go to the left side first, just to mix things up from time to time so we don't get too stuck in our habits and patterns. Turning out that left foot towards the back of your mat. Angle in your right foot comfortably about the legs length between your feet. So you have your foundation of legs first. A little awareness in your belly center. Take out your arms. So try just being in triangle pose and not doing it. Try to just find a place where your breath is easy as you come over and down, reaching up with a long spine. Eyes go to the side, towards the sky, gently though. Third breath. And fifth. Let it be a little bit of a different experience as you soften. Inhale, come up and change your legs to the other side. Have a moment like we did before, letting that legs length idea and the foundation be found. And from that ease of foundation, coming over somewhere below your knee, non-striving, just a long neck, an open heart. So stay where you can breathe really easily. Let your eyes turn towards the sky to see the inner surface of your nose with your lower eye. Curious things. Just try to be present with what your being is like. Come on up with your inhalation. Turn yourself to wide parallel feet to release your arms down. Reach out your arms, breathe in. Breathe out, come behind you, interlace your fingers. Rest your arms in your back. Right ear towards the right shoulder. Establishing the foundation with ease and open feet. One more breath with this ear towards the shoulder. Slowly come up and go to the other side, especially with the neck. Just using such care, just the right amount, non-forcing. Paying attention. One more breath out. Come back to center, inhale. And swing out your toes towards the corners of your mat. Come down the center line. Sitting up tall. Rest your hands on your thighs. Press your right shoulder down towards the floor in between your feet. Between the twists of the spine, keeping the legs solid. By your not too much effort. Perhaps the awareness of the non-separateness, how the whole body participates. And the impermanence, that exhale is the end. Let it go, let everything straighten out to a gentle star reach. Breathing out, come back down into your goddess. And take your left shoulder towards the floor in between your feet. Taking that rotation with your hands. Gently strengthening the legs. And your head just follows your twist. One more breath. And start to straighten your legs as you center up and float your arms into that soft reach of star. Open to warrior B position with your front foot coming out to a knee over ankle. Back foot angles towards the side. And your arms float. So let's just really try to have the arms not making too much effort. There's just a sense of reaching equally. And with our practice, we're training this knee to stay centered. If you want to take it a little lighter, just bring your back foot in and don't go as deeply today. Meditate upon this experience for 5 breaths. Just means paying attention. Straighten out your front leg and bring your hands to your legs. Reversing warrior, bring your knee out again, or don't if you want to keep the leg straight. Up and back. If it brings you joy to bring your arms together in cow face or something, you may. And also optional to add that look at the back foot for that lateral addition. Only making the effort that's necessary to hold steady. One more breath. Release out and come to the other side. Virabhadrasana B, open your arms, bend out your knee, facing to the side with the pelvis and ribs, and just letting your head turn and focus on the arms gently reaching away from each other. Gather your fingers together to contain the energy of the pose. So everything is sealed. Feet upon earth. Exhale to reverse warrior. Bring down your hands. Straighten the front leg for a moment as you find that up and back reach. Or arms together. Bend your knee again. If you have experience, you might not need to check it. You can feel where it belongs. Back foot looking optional for 5, 4, 3, 2, just the right place. And 1. Inhale up and out. Step your feet close enough so that you may come to the top section of your mat. And practicing one leg fierce pose and the tree pose. So if you like to have a wall or a piece of furniture that's sturdy and steady, you may have it available. So the one leg fierce pose is here's fierce pose, and then we do that figure 4 cross. So have a moment to explore that, and then we'll start to count it. So keep your foot bright, bend your bottom knee as it feels good in your body. Take some support if you want to practice without worrying about having to balance the whole time. Just having that security. Your hands can be centering. And let's start that 5. Gently stretching your hip, concentrating on this moment. Don't worry about how it looks. Just try again. And breathe out one more time. Coming out with care. Trying on the other side. You might turn around. I do this in my Stranga practice. Turn around so I have a wall on the other side. So balance. So any of these steps are valid. Brighten the foot as it comes across. Use support if needed. Centering hands. If you want to try reaching up and back, that's one variation. Thumbs up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last breath. Feel it finish. Let go of these actions and release. To your best. And now tree pose. So that was warming up for tree, and hopefully tree feels nice and easy. Feeling free to support it. And on Mary Oliver's birthday. I sort of got this memorized, but not entirely. Come to Sasana, the tree pose of your choice. Your branch can be around your knee or toes on the floor as well. Just don't give up easily. Steady your eyes and breath. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, equally the beech, the oaks and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would say that they save me and daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself in which I have goodness and discernment and never hurry through the world, but bow often and walk slowly. Come to the other side. Around me the trees stir in their leaves and call out, stay a while. The light flows from their branches and they call again. It's simple, they say, and you too have come into the world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light, and to shine. Take another breath. Let go, let be. Moving through a sun salutation with that sense of just light filled. Move your body, move your breath. Hold in, let your knees bend as much as your back wants them to bend. Spread your hands, take your left leg back and then your right leg back. Add a little bend to your elbows. Knees down is fine. A big slow inhalation to upward facing dog. Take your time, gaze down. Slow exhalation to downward dog or puppy if you want to keep your knees down. 2. Strengthening the whole body in this pose. Welcome what it brings you. For one more breath. Uplift in the low belly, step your right foot forward and angle your back heel coming up, warrior A. So this is such good hip strength as you stabilize and rise up and square towards the front. Do you need to tuck your tailbone a little bit in this one? Where do your arms want to be? Do you want to just empty your coat sleeves? Take your arms up, whatever you want. Warrior A. Be present. It can be very distracting. Just keep bringing yourself back to it. Exhale. Downward facing dog. So you get that benefit of stepping up on the other side. Create the foundation. Use both feet and legs. Rise up, square to the front. Check in. Tuck your tailbone. Arms where they want to be. If you want to interlace across your heart for a second variation. Courage. So if you've taken a different variation, notice what energy it brings, with curiosity and non-judgment. One more exhalation. Coming down to seated, you may do that in your own way. If you'd like to flow through the up dog, down dog, do that. If you want to sit down, you can do that. Kind of feel like we have should spend a little time with turtle pose today after our discussion before class. So come down into a diamond shape. Your feet away from your hips, knees open. Hold on, wherever your arms and hands easily connect with your legs. Through your sitting bones, rock side to side. And practice that variation of Baddha Konasana where you round forward. So it's okay to round your spine for most people. And here it's gentle rounding. If you have any bulging discs, just take it really easy. But we're all taking it easy. Just go where your body goes. You can adjust where your feet are. Just try to find that round spine. Take the curve out of your low back and your neck. Letting your forehead rest down towards your feet. Awakening the energy in the back of the body. Kidney energy. You started to relax into the shape. Try to soften it if it's starting to feel like it's too much. Don't do as much. Just take one more of your breaths. Rise up and inhale. Let your low back come into your body again. Sit up tall. And then bring the feet flat to the floor for Kormasana. Just playing with this shape of bringing the arms into the middle. So reach forward, wide feet, plant your feet. And then trying to reach underneath your feet on either side. So any of these places are nice to stay. You can just let your hands come around and rest on your body. Let your spine round. If it feels good in your body, you can straighten out your legs and arms, but be careful. In your turtle shape, breathe 5 times. Their spines are attached to that carapace. And one more breath. Kormasana. With mindfulness, coming out slowly, release out and let the legs go out straight. Taking your right foot on top of your left, let your feet say hello, learning to hook your feet together. And then we're going to follow our bodies over to the right side. There it is. Arms are straight, so they have to go out away from you to any degree. You may roll to that right side of your hip for infinity pose. Side body. Not too much, just the right amount. And just one more breath. Careful release back to your seat. Change the cross of your legs. Learn to hook your feet together in both directions. Keep the feet nice and flexible as well as the rest of the body. Rolling over towards the left side of the leg, the left hip to any degree. Find that nice open-handed, lifted out of your shoulders arm position. Where does your gaze want to fall? Take away any excess effort. Deeply breathe again. Exhale, return to the back of your body. And let's come around to the belly. You can do that in your own way. If you want to up dog, down dog on your way, you can. You can do all of that without overdoing. Or you can just come to your belly. Come on down. If you're not already there, lengthen both legs and ground them. Bring the legs together, the feet together. Feel what you cannot see. Find that hugging in of the arms to the body. Spread your hands by your chest. Lengthen through the top of the head. Inhale, press your hands. Lift your spine. Lift your chest. The legs gently active. Arms down the center of the nose. Be with least effort. One more breath. Cobra spine. And exhale, release. Pressing up and back to child's pose. Maybe your fingers together if that works for your body. Curling in. Just think about on our back earlier when we did the knees in. Just finding yourself in that small shape. Again, having that feeling of that spine and maybe that idea of having that shell, let yourself feel safe and tucked in. Breath flowing freely. Fourth breath, one more, soften as much as you can. And follow inhalation up to kneeling, feeling free to put cushion under your knee for Parigasana, taking the right leg out to your side, straight out of the side of the body. It's fine if you need to turn on your mat. Toes face forward, back foot grounded, leaning over into a side bend. Look slowly, touch in, shoulder off the ear. Take 5 breaths in this sweet place. Letting the pose work with you. Last breath. And like triangle pose, bringing your navel towards your spine so that as you come up, you have that support of Uddiyana Bandha. And let's change to the other side. It is good for strengthening the ankles with personal experience. Just being able to keep them mobile and strong. Your side bend, not too much. Soften everything that can be softened. The gaze is soft but steady. If you ever get tingling when your arms overhead, your nerves telling you something's too much, bring down your arm and still side bend if you need to. And exhale for 5. Navel in. Inhale, rise up. We'll come through to lying down. Optional upward dog and downward dog. Plenty of time on our backs today. Bring with you any support for Shavasana so that you may rest without having to go anywhere. So have your pillows and blankets. And let's start with resting, restorative rest, constructive rest. There it is. Knees bent on your back. Touch back in with your spine, your center. Bringing your right knee in towards your chest. Let your left leg straighten out to any degree. Point the toes gently. And use the weight of your arms to draw your knee in. It's okay to have a pillow if you would like it for this part of the lying down. If your forehead is lower than your chin, see if you can lengthen your neck to bring your forehead so it's at least the same height as the chin. Breathe out once more. And change legs. Bring the other in. Reach away with the other leg straight. Big steady breaths with sound. You can create sounding with your own breath that matches the needs of your natural restlessness. Breathe out once more. Keeping this leg for extended big toe pose. So you can interlace behind your thigh to hold your leg, or if you want to reach out for your big toe, it's fine if your leg is bent for that. The other arm comes down your straight leg. Just try to take a leap that's joyful, painless. Like to bring your forehead towards your shin, you may. Just keep it relaxed, your heart and your jaw. One more deep breath. Lowering your head back down, long neck over to the side, B variation. Bring down your elbow. So you can just hold on using an open hand, strap if you have it, or the big toe. And just go over to that side. Let your foot come to the floor if it will, even if you go way up. Just try to have a playful attitude towards each position. So curious, all so curious. Turn your head away from your foot and take 2 more breaths. Reclining. Exhale once more. Tone in the belly to help you bring back your leg to center, changing sides one more time in this work. So the woven fingers and holding the leg, the other leg sliding out, maybe taking the big toe, circling if you would like, with a bent or straight leg. Check in, head centered, breathe 5 times. Not the biggest leap that you could ever do that might hurt you, but a leap that you could sustain. 3, bow in for the last 2 if you'd like. Just try to keep that jaw and heart soft. Bring down your head over to the side. Go roll over with your leg. See about bringing your foot to the floor maybe. And just enjoy the view. And then turning your head away when you're ready. Just relax as much as you can into the shape. One more soft breath flowing. Feeling complete. Let go in your own way. Bring yourself back to the center where we began. Crossover, optional for resting twist. Right leg over the left. And then coming over to the right side. Actually, it's kind of interesting both ways, sorry. Right side first, just a little bit is fine. You can use your sense of touch on your body just to say, I've got you, I hear you. Bring your knees over the other way, see what that's like. So you could just have your knees uncrossed if it feels better. Seal your hands somewhere where they feel supportive or grounding. And then come back to center, changing legs. Let's just take the legs both out. Take them wide. Scissors a few times. And then cross over with the left leg on top. Going to the left to start. A couple breaths, just curious. Take care of your hip joints. Notice. Stress anything. Heading over the other way with the legs in their cross or uncrossed position. Arrive and rest. Exhale. And return to center, uncross. Take your legs out straight. Bring both feet over to the right side of your mat for banana pose. So a side bend on our back, resting side bend. You may add the crossover like we do an infinity pose if you like it. Bring the left leg on top of the right. And then your torso goes towards the same side. Just your head and shoulders stay flat on your back, but just curl yourself over to the side a bit. And your arms can ground low, medium, or high. Soften all effort and stay for about a minute. Not too much. If your arms are overhead and you get any tingling, just listen to that and bring your arms down lower. Is it more restful for your brain to have your eyes closed or open? Dropping into the experience of your body in this moment, which is stillness, trusting your own wisdom. It can be hard to not want to create action when there's inaction. You don't have to do anything. It's okay just to be here. And a little thank you to that wisdom that was witnessed on that side of the body. Come back to center and have just a free moment. What feels good in your body? Spontaneous, free releasing. And then exploring the second side, working your straight legs over to the left side of your mat, bringing your right leg on top, optional. And then head and shoulders. I do this little press into the elbows, shift the rib cage over, just let your torso come to the side a little bit. To your yin banana pose. Arms where they feel restful. Patiently convincing yourself that it's okay just to be still. By observing your breath, perhaps you can find some space between your thoughts. Your senses connecting to breath and inward looking. The sense of touch, very important. A little bit longer. Maybe there's a little shift that you want to make and then be still again. Perhaps try adding that light resting half smile to bring peace to your face and your forehead. Gentle uplift to the corners of your mouth. Give the hands a little bit of a squeeze and a slow release. Always from side bending and a spontaneous one. What do you want to do to release yourself from that stillness? Move two legs up in the air. Bring your arms by your sides. Take away your pillow, if you have one. And just practicing bringing the feet away and towards. Away. Rest your feet together and over your base. Away. Find a place where it's sustainable. Bring your hands to the same position, same angle, and breathe 5 times. Gently creating strength. Learning to rest the legs together. Rest the hands together. One more breath. Release your arms down, bring your feet back over your face. It's okay if your knees bend for that to happen. And bring your hands up to support your thighs. Feet can rest together. We're finding your legs up in the air shape. If you would like to lift your hips, you can take half shoulder stand. Just keep your head centered especially if you are bearing more weight on your upper body. It's upper arm bones, elbows, shoulders, and back of skull stand. Not neck stand. You can straighten up more if you like, or just let your hands lengthen your spine, or support your legs. 2 for 10 breaths. 3, 4, moment to welcome the healing benefits of inverting your body. And then carefully bring down your spine if it is lifted. Bring in your knees for everyone. And rest. If you are really restless, you could go through a sun salutation, up dog, down dog, back to your back. Or get your props and set yourself up to be comfortable on your back. When you have time, when you have space, sometimes just a little covering or the weight of the blanket or the touch of the blanket that you like. Give yourself the moment to tuck yourself in for Shavasana, finishing pose, resting pose. The ultimate pose of non-doing. Hopefully we've moved around enough that that invitation to stop feels good. That's now. It's really what we're here to develop is our ability to be in the now, to come together, to join in and merge with the now. Take care of arranging your body. Find that place where there's ease, freedom. Invite your shoulders to relax down into the earth. And for the arms to roll open. There's a natural external rolling all the way through the hands. Just let the arms go. Focus on that, the weight of the arms and hands. Allowing the hip bones into the pelvis. Let them roll externally, and that energy flows down all the way to the feet. Let your legs flop open. Take a nice full breath into the body. Stretch that inhalation. Open your mouth. Let the exhale come with a gush, with sound. Let it go, let it go. You be free with your breathing. Just let it be natural and supportive. Try to find a way to rest your jaw. We end up letting my top teeth rest a little bit on my lower lip in Shavasana. Just trying to soften the jaw completely. The mouth doesn't have to seal closed anymore. It can be a little bit open. And letting the breath swirl. When the roses speak, I pay attention. As long as we are able to be extravagant, we will be hugely and damply extravagant. Then we will drop foil by foil to the ground. This is our unalterable task, and we will do it joyfully. And they went on, listen, the heart shackles are not as you think, death, illness, pain, and requited hope, not loneliness, but lassitude, rue, vainglory, fear, anxiety, selfishness. Their fragrance all the while rising from their blind bodies, making me spin with joy. Continue to let go of what you don't need to do. Have your senses to support your rest, your eyes inward and soft. The sound of your breath in the world. And now, what does it sound like? We don't have to attach, we can just hear. We know what the sounds are. Your sense of touch, the sense of your own body, the heaviness of your bones, gravity's energy on your bones. Gravity's holding you on the earth right now. And in that held space, you are free. And there's a lightness you might feel in the front of your body, the vital energy. When the impulsive inhalation comes, say hello and allow it to stretch. Just the breath. Follow the breath as it turns its energy the other way to the exhale. And then swallow to let your throat release its stillness. Breathe in again. This time, let your arms awaken and your legs reaching up and down, lengthening your body upon the floor, gently creating some energy with that inhale. With exhale, release the reach and curl in, rocking up or going to one side, and pause on your side. Then sitting up the rest of the way. Checking in with your legs. Everybody okay? All those miracles. Find your seat once again. Practicing non-doing. Resisting our impulse to do something. Let's open up our gesture of gratitude. It's called a handful of flowers. touch your pinkies together. Let your hands be open and let that space fill. Maybe fill it with roses. Fill it with gratitude. Share. Offer it. Include yourself. Share with yourself. Just have a moment to feel complete. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you.
Thanks, Blossom.
You're welcome, Sydney.
I'm sorry I sent you that huge picture this morning. I didn't realize how big it came out until I opened the email again and went, oh my gosh.